So last time I made a video on 2 Dex Legends, and I used Ulgrim as the character to play during that because I feel like he's the character that can get away with running 2 Dex the most. A character like Nash, though, he kind of needs a little bit of Dex because Spear especially is going to feel really, really bad lower Dex. However, there's one more, and I had him selected at the beginning. There's Teros. How could I have forgotten about Teros? So I'm not really going to talk about the 2 Dex side of him much. However, I am just going to do a let's talk about on him. So let's see what I can do with him in the queue. All right. So the main benefit of Teros right now is the fact that he has a very easy weapon, honestly, that being Axe, and then also a weapon that's super meta right now, being Hammer. Hammer, I think, is pretty much universally agreed to be a top 2 weapon, at least at the high ranks. Oh, he's not gonna get back, is he? Nope. So those 2 combined with like super high strength are really, really good. Not to mention, I think the main benefit is that the signature kit of him is actually like insanely solid. Like insanely solid. He has Stomp D-Sig, which is just, if you can hit Stomp D-Sig, it works until like 80 damage, I think. You should be going for it. It's so good because it kills so incredibly early. Not to mention, if you hit his N-Sig spiked, then like that, I mean, look how far he went, and he's only in orange health. And that sets me up for an edge guard. Get him there. Those 2 alone are really good. The side sig on Hammer, at least to me, it's kind of whatever. It's not bad, but it is Teros, and you know he does have a slow. It's just a slow, hard-hitting sig. It does cover a lot. I think you can't get a. I don't think you can get a spot dodge through it. So if you do spot dodge in it, you know, you're kind of done for. That actually ended up killing him. High force Hammer is something else. I'm not even that great at Hammer, but to someone who is good at Hammer, I genuinely think Teros, especially in 2s, can do so much work. So I talked about the Hammer kit a little bit. Now with Axe, I mentioned that it is probably one of the easier weapons, probably one of the easiest in the game to really get a feel for. I mean, if you can hit Sidelight and Air, and you know when to like utilize D-Light as an anti-air, you're pretty much good to go. Ooh, that was good. Let's see if I can get it. Things like, okay, he went wrong way. Things like Axe Dare edge guarding is super important. So if you learn that, then you're also kind of in an even better spot. I don't think he's gonna sig. Let's play center. Yeah, but Axe right now, for how easy it is, it definitely does give like a really good reward. And it makes 100%, like it makes sense why people are playing it, for sure. And the signature kit on Teros' Axe is, in my opinion, not as good as the Hammer one. However, he's gonna go out, isn't he? Yeah. However, I don't think that should take away from the fact that he does have N-Sig. An N-Sig on his Axe, especially if you catch someone off guard off stage. I mean, you have a really good chance of killing like super early. And that's what a lot of people end up doing, is they end up trying to cheese with Axe N-Sig. And I feel like that kind of leads me into the next thing, where I feel like a lot of the times people really try to cheese with Teros. Like all these level 100 Teros mains that I've come across, which have been quite a few over the years, I don't know, it's just, I feel like they play him in a fashion that is only to abuse very specific elements, like mainly the N-Sigs on both legends. Like, you know, because Teros was like the OG like troll pick, I guess. Like, oh, you're picking Teros? Like, oh my gosh. You know, because he's just a big meaty, he's a meathead. That's what he is. So, can I get that? Nope, I was too stacked. I could have gone for N-Sig. That chase dodge is really good. He does. Don't tell me. Oh my. After all that, he kills himself. He killed himself like 2 stocks. All right, we got him again. Maybe he will get his redemption? Question mark. Ooh, Shovel Knight map. I also I got a little bit sidetracked when I was talking about like just how people play him for the most part. Which I think there are some pretty good like Teros players out there. Mainly the only 2 people I've really seen in NA play him, because that's my region that I'm in, so I can really only speak on it. Is Pierre and Doe. Those 2 are, maybe you guys don't know them. Maybe some of you do, but they're both definitely players that are getting better, and I wouldn't be surprised to see. I think, both of them in 2s, I'm pretty sure have gotten top 8. However, I'm pretty sure in 1s, it's kind of like, oh, I killed I survived. Wow. In 1s, it's kind of like a matter of time, I think, before they end up getting their top 8s. But yeah, both of them have Teros as a pick, and I think they do a good job with Teros for the most part. But other than that, a lot of the Teroses I see, I feel like it's just, I guess Ithro 2. Ithro 2 has played some Teros in the past, but it's just like Teros is by nature just a meathead, and a lot of people will treat him like that, which I think shouldn't be the case. I guess I don't want to say that shouldn't be the case, but if you're gonna play him in a cheesy fashion, use all of it to your advantage. You know, don't just be fishing for Ensig off stage or something like that, because at a high, if you keep with that, you're never gonna get to a high level. Like, you need to be making use of like his stomp D-Sig, and just the fact that right now he actually, like, he does fit this meta like super well. Now there is a new patch like around the corner. I don't know when. I thought it was gonna be like a week ago, but turns out that isn't the case, so we'll see. Also, fun fact, I actually ended up, me and Ithro, oh, he got a double ground pound. Me and Ithro in 2017, the first tournament I ever won, me and Ithro won it with double Teros. Little, I don't know how many people actually know that I did. That was an interesting win for sure, but it counted nonetheless. I mean, it was just, I literally can't believe me and him are the only people to have a win with double Teros. So maybe there is another tournament, but I'm talking like officials. And I think that's another thing to bring it to. Can Teros do good in both game modes, or is like one better for him? And I would say he can do good in both. However, I think in 1s he's more susceptible to, oh, can I hit him with this? Nah. That was pretty cheeky. Let's just go up. Psych. I tried it. I think in 1s he's like a lot more susceptible to bad matchups. However, in 2s, I think he's really good. Like Axe and Hammer, like they are just so favored in 2v2s. It's ridiculous. And again, it makes sense. They're both, you know, big weapons. They cover a lot of space, do a lot of damage. So Teros is definitely like a good pick if you actually are considering about playing him in 2v2s especially. Maybe in 1v1s, like, you can take Axe or Hammer, but you might want like a faster weapon. Okay. Oh, he did. I've done that before. I was wondering if he was gonna do something. This guy's pretty active. Does that kill? It does. I think it actually killed because I have 8 strength. All right. Let's see what I can do with Hammer. Maybe I can hit a Stomp D-Sig or something. Okay. Yeah, like that put him in orange. Okay. I shouldn't try and cheese him on the outside. That's a big thing. You can't be greedy with the SIGs. You will get the opportunity, especially if you hit Stomp. Oh! Not necessarily what I meant to do, but it works. Oh, okay. Finish it off with the Mafia. I mean, we'll take that for sure. That was a clean game. That guy's pretty good. So, that's it for the video. Hopefully I managed to shed some knowledge on Teros. I think he's really good right now, especially like I said. Just don't be cheesy. Don't try and just like cheese with Axe and Stig off stage. I mean, if you get the chance, you know, obviously take it, but don't be too greedy with it, guys. Or him with any of the Sigs in general, really. So thanks for watching. See ya.